And a pleasant good evening to you and yours, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network. Alan Slaughterzinski here with you this evening, live from Inman Sherman Field here on the campus of South Sumter High School, where tonight it's Class FHSAA Class 2S Region 3 Finals between the 12-0 South Sumter Raiders and the 8-3 Cocoa Tigers. Good evening, everybody. I'm Alan Slaughterzinski. The man on the camera tonight is Caleb Brown. And for the 16th straight year, the Cocoa Tigers find themselves in familiar territory. The South Sumter Raiders are back in familiar territory. This was a program that for so many years reached this point in the season. In fact, legendary head coach Inman Sherman retired with 261 wins, and in doing so was up there amongst the greats of the state with guys like our very own Gerald Odom out of Brevard County. They won the 2005 2A state championship, and under Inman Sherman won 17 district titles. So this is a program that is very familiar with this type of territory. Now, Ty Lawrence, their new head coach, took over for Inman Sherman. He's been coaching, he had coached with Sherman since 1998, and in fact, also spent some time, or played at Leesburg High School, and spent some time at Apopka as well. As for the Cocoa Tigers, they are under the guidance and tutelage of fifth-year head football coach Ryan Schneider. There's a look there at Ty Lawrence on your screen. He's in his seventh season at 49 and 31. Ryan Schneider is in his fifth season. He's 47 and 14. And, of course, it says lost to Rained, but that should say Rains. Coach has two state runner-ups under his belt in the brief period of time that he's been here. So as we await the South Sumter Raiders to take the field, let's tell you a little bit about Coco's opponent tonight. South Sumter this season has only played in one game all year that has been decided by 24 points or less, and that was a 23-20 win at Zephyr Hills back in early October. Since then, South Sumter has scored 40 points or more in all five of their games since then, and they surpassed 60 points in three of them. Again, they come into this game at 12-0, tied for the most wins in Raider history. The only other team to successfully make it this far in the season and win 12 games was that 05 team and the 2013 team. The 2013 team made it exactly this far and nearly made the states, but were eliminated by Lakewood from St. Petersburg, Florida. South Sumter's led by senior quarterback Ian Finkley, 1,792 total yards, 1,410 of them come through the air. He's got 24 total touchdowns this season. On defense, they're led by Malachi Boone, scary good young man, I should say. 6'2", 230, leads the team with 67 tackles, 7 sacks. Also, keep your eyes tonight, Cocoa Tiger fans, on number 30, Ty Cador, leads the team in sacks. Ty Cador and Malachi Boone have 13 combined between them. Now, for you Tiger fans out there, Cocoa comes in at 8-3, 449 points, 41 points per game. And again, I continue to reiterate today, to me, the theme of the day is the defense, because we've bragged and loved all over the offense all season long. But they say defense wins championships. And if that's the case, well, tonight is where that Cocoa Tiger defense is really going to have to step up and make big plays. And, well, the dark side defense can certainly do that. Just in the last 7 games, this is a defense that's allowed just 33 points. Rushing, well, something that South Sumter does very well. This Tiger defense, just over the last 7 games, has allowed 167 net rushing yards on 161 carries. That's 1.03 yards per carry. They've allowed just 407 total passing yards, or 58 per game. They've recorded 62 tackles for a loss, 18 sacks, 7 interceptions, and 4 fumbles. As the captains take the field for South Sumter, Caleb will zoom in on them now. Make sure that we give you number 6 out there, Jay Corbin. Number 7 is Jackson Sovercool. Number 34 is Phil Pedraza. And number 69 is Brock Kinley. How's our stream look? We look good. Don't hesitate to let us know. And for the Cocoa Tigers, looks like we got Caleb Dobbs out there. Jaden Edgecombe, and number 2 is Anthony Bridgewater. So the captain's on the field. You guys got room? You good? You good, Coach? Hey. They cannot hear you through this. They cannot hear you. In fact, I'll scoot down a little more. Scoot down a little more if you can. Caleb's going to lift the camera up, make you all sick.
Just before kickoff, I'll put a graphic.
Yeah, he'll put a graphic up, move the camera down. All right. As we are joined.
Coco 1 deferred to the second half.
All right, Coco 1 deferred to the second half. We're set for Class 2A Region 3 finals here on the Brevard Sports Network tonight. Very excited to be with you as the South Sumter fans stand on their feet and the Raiders get set to take the field. Here come the South Sumter Raiders. We're going to get a look at that South Sumter offense right out of the gate here tonight. This is a fantastic place to watch a football game. They've got a little hospitality section underneath for the alumni, that the boosters, the alumni. It really presents that great Friday. When you think of Friday Night Lights here in Florida, it's Baker County for me, and, you know, coming to South Sumter as well. As we get set to go here, and the Cocoa Tigers will kick it off as for Cocoa. It's going to be Mal Saito to kick. Mal had an opportunity to speak with Mal yesterday. Keep your eye on those comments. Mal yesterday. I asked Mal, what, you know, of course, obviously he's from Japan. He speaks with a Japanese accent. I interviewed him yesterday, and I said, what was he interested in eating the most for Thanksgiving? And he said, taki. And I thought that was some sort of Japanese food. Sounded like it. Well, obviously, he's learning how to speak English better. Well, that was turkey. He was trying to tell me. Turkey, Alan, turkey. Listen, pay attention. Not taki. No such thing as taki. As Mal could have been talking about anything. And back deep for South Sumter is number 3, Jay Dorsey. And can't see the other young man on the other side of the field. Last week against Palm Bay, Mal had 1 kickoff returned and the 8. 1 returnable kickoff, I should say, of the 8 that he put in the air. South Sumter got a lot of numbers, but you can only play with 11. But they certainly have some depth standing on that sideline. They have got a jersey number represented for every number from 1 through 50. I found that to be fascinating. It's one of the only times I've ever seen that. We're getting set to go here from Inman Sherman Field here on the campus of South Sumter High School. I'd like to thank the Florida High School Athletic Association for allowing Brevard Sports Network to be up here on the roof here tonight. And, of course, the athletic director here at South Sumter, Mr. Heilman, appreciate his hospitality as well. I'm not sure what the ref's waiting on. He finally hands Mal the ball. We're good. We ain't frozen, are we? They ain't moving. Oh, yeah, they are. Okay. All right. I'm 52, so my eyes can't see that far. All right, Mal set to kick off, and we are underway. And this will be fielded at the 6. Out past the 15, the 20. That's a great run back, and tripped up by Dobbs at the 26-yard line. And Caleb Dobbs saved an opening touchdown right there because he had one guy to beat, and had he beat him, he was gone. And here comes that very potent South Sumter offense, led by their quarterback, senior Ian Finkley. Once again, Ian this season 1,792 total yards, 1,410 of them passing, 24 total touchdowns. He averages 20.6 yards per carry. They like to run an offense that pulls a lot of guards and tackles. And we are underway. Jet sweep here, and that's going to be one of the more difficult things of the evening if you're South Sumter. That's Shakirian Turner. Brown on the stop. Coco very raw, very tough to run east and west on. Very fast. And then, of course, up the middle, they've got that big interior offensive or defensive line, offensive line too. It's Hilson. We'll give you the starters here in a second. Nice run, but a great tackle there. It'll be 3rd down and 2. That's Finkley on the carry. Good option. And it's 3rd and short for South Sumter. Checking into the ball game is number 44, Jay Straughter, big fullback looking type. And the Tigers for South Sumter in the 3rd and about 3 here. Finkley fakes it, looks to throw. He's in trouble, and he will go down. He will be sacked on the play by number 25 for the Cocoa Tigers, Davian Parham. And it'll be 4th down and 5 for South Sumter. Number 52 also credited with half a sack on that play. It's Devarius Robertson, and it's 4th and 5. And South Sumter forced to punt on the opening series here. They go 3 and out. Nice job by Coco there. Good individual tackling as well. Back deep is Cedric Hawkins, the Ohio State commit. And guess what? That should be a false start. We're going to see here who this is against. Jordan Holmes jumped. I think they're going to talk. If it's 5 yards, it's a South Sumter 1st down.
That up back move before.
Dead ball, false start on South Sumter. It'll back them up. The referees in the stands for South Sumter, they're reserves. They don't like the call. So that'll back up South Sumter 5 yards, and it'll be 4th down and about 9. And Hawkins and the Tigers should have outstanding field position. No score, just underway. 10:26 to play in the opening quarter. Coach Lawrence wants to know what the deal is here. And he's going to take a timeout and bring the players over and speak with them. And you know what? I like this timeout. And I like this. I'll tell you why. Because they go 3 and out. On 4th down, they jump a little bit. Nerves are always going to play a part. I don't care if you've been here 16 years in a row or if this is your 2nd year in a row here. Nerves are going to play a part. Coach Lawrence is settling them down. I like the timeout. A lot of people say, well, why would you take one this early? That's a good timeout, in my opinion. Once again, we'd like to thank Dean Stewart Photography. Dean Stewart Photography has proudly served and supported high school athletics for 35 years. Check out to see if DSP captured you in action at www.dsp/photo.com. South Sumter comes back onto the field with 10:26 to play. 4th and 9. That Cocoa Darkside defense, as it so many times has this season and, well, for the last 16 seasons, stout on the first 3 downs. Cedric Hawkins, the Ohio State commit, standing at his own 40-yard line. I got it. Here you go. If you want to take care of it after the punt. 4th and 9. Good snap. Outstanding punt. Hawkins forced back to his 33. Hits Hawkins. Hawkins got to get on that. He does. Hawkins to the 15, 20. Cuts upfield. Nearly a horse collar, but not. And Hawkins down to the 30. As coming in to lay the big bang on Cedric was Jay Straughter. And this is where Coco's offense will take over. 1st and 10 with 10:09 to play here in the opening quarter. The Tigers will take over. See where they mark this ball. Going to mark it up near the 35. Here comes Blake Boda and the Cocoa Tiger offense. And immediately 5 wide receivers set with Kion Calhoun split wide near side. Edgecombe, Farmer, Bragg. Edgecombe in motion. Jet sweep outside. Turns the corner. Great tackle. He's down. Out of bounds. And that South Sumter defense looks like they're going to be tough to run on East and West. Edgecombe probably should have cut that up a little bit sooner. Great pursuit on that play. 2nd down and 9. Tackle made by Turner on the play for South Sumter. Boda, the bubble screen to Farmer. Great blocking, but immediately South Sumter closes the hole. And in there to make the stop was number 42, Boone. 3rd down and 5, and Boda's going to work them. He's going to work them quick. So South Sumter trying to force Cocoa 3 and out. Bridgewater checks in the backfield. 3rd and 5, tries to get him to jump, nearly got him to bite there. Takes a peek over at Adam Franco, the offensive coordinator. Raider fans on their feet. Boda. And that's going to be a false start on number 65 for Cocoa. That's Jaquez Joyner. And it'll be 3rd down at about 9. He got started a little too soon on that one. He was pulling there for the Cocoa. I don't have the starters for the defense for South Sumter, but for the Cocoa Tigers, that offensive line, it's going to be Jaquez Joyner, Xavier Solis, Jonathan Joyner, Damian Seymour, Messiah Robinson on that offensive line. 3rd down and 10 for Cocoa. Ball on the 35. Boda, plenty of time, throws, caught. Cedric Hawkins with the ball out across midfield down to the South Sumter 44-yard line, and that's the danger of 7 wide receivers over 200 yards. Generally, at least during the regular season and through the first 2 of the playoffs, somebody's open. That time it's the Ohio State commit, Cedric Hawkins. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Ball at the South Sumter 44. Right back to the line of scrimmage, a 3-4 set from South Sumter. This time they run the bubble screen. The other side, Hawkins with it, 1 man to beat, stuck hard. Hawkins dropped for a gain of 5. You'll take it, 2nd and 5 for Cocoa. Ball at about the South Sumter 40-yard line now. Technically, probably a gain of about 4.5 here. 2nd in, we'll call it a long 5. Yeah, it was an outstanding block by Jaden Edgecombe. Boda with Bridgewater, I believe, in the backfield. Turns, gives to Bridgewater straight up the gut. The one area this year for the Tigers that has struggled. You're not used to seeing a Cocoa Tiger leading rusher with just 524 rushing yards. But Bridgewater's battled a knee issue this season. And there you see the brace on the left knee. It's going to be 3rd down and 6. Long 7 for Cocoa right now. Boda with a 5 wide receiver set. Kion Calhoun split wide near side. Cedric Hawkins wide far side. Tigers 1 for 1 on 3rd down here so far tonight. Boda. 4 DBs, throws, caught, Boggs, breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2, and he'll have another Cocoa Tiger 1st down. That'll be a gain of 11, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line of South Sumter. They are at least what we saw in pregame in Mal's range. Mal hit 1 from 48 yards, 2 from 48 in the pregame. 7:20 to play, 1st quarter. No score here between South Sumter and Cocoa. Cocoa opening drive, turns, gives to Bridgewater. Bridgewater with a nice hole. He'll pick up 5. Even if it's 4, he'll take it. 2nd and 6. 3 down linemen up front, and look, if you're just running the eye test right now, that Cocoa offensive line has got a substantial size advantage on that South Sumter 3-man front. 3-4 linebacker Boone, outstanding player. Cocoa's got to account for him on every play. 2nd and 7, 7 and 6.5 we'll call it. 4 wide receivers set now with Bridgewater in the backfield. Malachi Coney, the other backup. Boda throws, open, caught. Hawkins down to the 2. Perfect pitch and catch from Cedric Hawkins, from Blake Boda to Cedric Hawkins. And it's 1st and goal for the Cocoa Tigers from the South Sumter 2-yard line. Play clock at both ends of the field, Caleb. 6:28 to play here in the opening quarter. 2 backs in the backfield, both Malachi Coney And Anthony Bridgewater give is to Bridgewater. Bridgewater got a hole. Can he get in? The answer is no. He'll be gang tackled down at the 5. Great goal line defense from the Raiders. That'll bring up 2nd and goal. A loss of 1. Ball be placed at the 4. Here comes the big package for the Cocoa Tigers. Donnie Reber Jr., I'd like to thank him. Hawkins. And this was and it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 2. So a big push here. That's the Wildcat package with Cedric Hawkins. Hawkins pretty much does it all. He's obviously going to Ohio State to play safety. Does a little running back, wide receiver, DB. Hawkins takes it. He's got it, turns inside. Hawkins! Is he in? And they're going to mark him down at the 2. 4th and goal for Cocoa from the 2. And I think Blake Boda, they're going to come back on, and they're going to try. They're going to go for this. 4th and 2 on the road. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. The first real big test here for this Cocoa offense. 4th and goal. Boda rolls to his left. He's got 2 wide receivers, including throws. Caught! Touchdown! Jaden Farmer, touchdown Jaden Edgecombe in the back of the end zone. Cocoa, 4th and goal, convert. Edgecombe with the catch. 4:44 to go in the opening quarter. 6-0 Cocoa. Nice roll by Boda. Finds Jaden Edgecombe in the back of the end zone. And it's 6-0 Cocoa. Mal on for the extra point. Beautifully executed play by Boda. I thought he had Farmer in the front of the end zone open, but breaking free in the back was Edgecombe. Snap is bad. The hold is great. The kick is even better. And with 4:44 to play here in the first, the Cocoa Tigers lead it 6-0. Check that, 7-0. Cocoa leads it here with 4:44 to play in the opening quarter. Couldn't ask for a better start if you're a Cocoa Tiger fan. They hold South Sumter to a 3-and-out and then go down the field, converting on 2 third downs and a 4th down to score. As Mal, go ahead, I'll take care of this. Mal on the kickoff here. 4:44 to play in the opening quarter, and here's the kick by Mal. They almost scored the last time on the kickoff. Up the gut, cuts it outside. Nice job by Cocoa that time on the coverage. And South Sumter will take the field trailing, something they're not used to doing this year. Once again, South Sumter this season played in one game decided by less than 24 points. It was a 23-20 win at Zephyr Hills in October. Since then, South Sumter's outscored their opponents, have scored 40 or more points in those 5 games since that game in October, and they've surpassed 60 points in 3 of them. So usually by this time of the game, this is a program that's put up 14, 21 points in the first quarter. And so let's see what adjustments have been made by head coach Ty Lawrence and his team on the offensive side of the football. Alan Slaughter-Zinski, Caleb Brown with you tonight. Please be sure to check out the Florida High School Athletic Association on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Also be sure to check them out online at the FHSAA.com. Here comes South Sumter quarterback, senior Finkley. 24 total touchdowns. Now they got like a little veer set in the backfield here. They run a lot of multiples straight up the gut. Nowhere to run, nowhere to go. And in on the stop right there was Joshua Brown. And I guess they're about even on size up front between offense and defense. Again, South Sumter, a team, the film that I've watched of them, they go multiple. They run pretty much everything. They run variations of an old style type of an offense where there's a lot of counters and guard. There you see the guard pulling outside, and that's a good tackle. But a gain of, that's a solid gain of about 8, and that's going to bring up third. That's actually a first down. So that should be 1st and 10, South Sumter. Nope, they're going to call it short. 3rd and about, I mean, you can't be any closer to a first. No, he says move the chains. Yeah, right. I'm like, my goodness gracious. 1st and 10 for South Sumter. Great run on that play. Guard came out, sealed the inside, gave him some room. Finkley with the ball, turns, pulls it back. He's going to run with it. Spied nicely. He's got the sidelines, hop, skip, and a jump, and he'll pick up 13 more and get across the 50, and that'll be enough for another South Sumter first down. Now that offense is rolling, so it'll be 1st and 10. Ball will be dead on the Raider 50, and they go quickly, too, right back to the line of scrimmage. It's a humid night here in Bushnell, Florida. Nobody in the backfield now. Trips near side. Man in motion. Fakes the handoff. Looks, fires, throws underneath. Dropped. Hawkins on the coverage. Pass intended for number 33, Colby Ringberger, the junior running back. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. Oh, why you wouldn't keep running the ball there? Keep your eye. Again, a lot of jet sweeps, motion, pulls. There's, speaking of, actually he's going to keep it this time stuck right in the middle after a gain of 3. And actually they'll give him 4, so it'll be 3rd down and 6. South Sumter 0 for 1 on 3rd down here tonight. 3:03 to play in the opening quarter. Cocoa on top, 7-0. Alan Slaughter-Zinski, Caleb Brown with you here on the Brevard Sports Network. Want to thank Dean Stewart Photography, Zone 6, and Black Rock Engineering and Technology. Checking into the backfield is the leading rusher, Jay Dorsey. Man in motion, Cocoa gives up the gut, and Samadre Hawkins swallows it whole, and it's going to be 4th down and 6, no gain, and South Sumter may not punt here. Ty Lawrence says, yep, we're going to punt and try and flip the field here. So South Sumter picks up 2 first downs on that drive, but the drive stalls here just shy of the Cocoa 44. So now they're going to try and flip the field. Back deep is Cedric Hawkins. 2:15 to play in the opening quarter. Cocoa 7-0. Outstanding punt the first time. He angles it. Hawkins underneath. Fair catches it, lets it go. Takes a Cocoa bounce back towards it. A roll out of bounds at the 13-yard line. 1:58 to go. Back with the Cocoa Tigers having the football in just a minute. Cocoa last time scored on their opening possession. I wouldn't say they went right down the field, but they did convert a couple of 3rd downs and a 4th and goal. Let's see what adjustments South Sumter makes defensively. 5 wide receiver set to open it up. This is Edgecombe fakes it, goes back the other way, and down the sidelines for a gain of 7. It is number 11 for the Cocoa Tigers. That's Nicky Teeter, the sophomore wide receiver. And again, 7 guys over 200 yards this season. That's pretty impressive at any level, to be quite honest with you. 1:36 to play in the opening quarter. 2nd down and 4 for Cocoa. Split near side here wide is C.J. Bragg. 3 wide receivers to the other side. In the backfield is Malachi Coney. Whistles. I think. I didn't see anybody move. But we're going to get a dead ball. False start on Cocoa. So 2nd consecutive drive with which the Tigers have had a false start penalty. Can't shoot yourself in the foot like that. Play clock set at 20. There's a play clock at each end of the field here. So Bowden now 2nd and 8. 4 wide receiver set with the back in the backfield. 3-5 set. Play action. Boda in trouble. Throws underneath. Caught by Farmer. That's a gain of about 16 and a Cocoa Tiger first down. What a throw by Blake Boda. Put in only where Day Farmer could get it, in front and low. Boda being pursued by 2 Raiders, gets it off and throws a strike. 1st and 10 at the Cocoa 28-yard line. Doubles stacked on top of each other each side. It's Teeter and Farmer near side. Boggs and Bragg far side. And we got whistles again. And this is thrown by the back judge. This could be another false start. So if Coco's committing this many false starts, Boda needs to go up to him and ask who's leaning. Because
left tackle's leaning.
Ticky tack. All he's doing is leaning, and that.
Well, he's got to fix it. Obviously, he's going to call it. It's the 3rd one. 1st and 15. If it's ticky tack, it's ticky tack. It's got to be fixed. 40, under a minute to play. Nobody on the far side. Ball, bad snap. Boda picks it up. Calm, cool, and collected. Lets it fly. Boggs is being held. Jersey, no flag. And Cocoa sidelines rightfully complaining for a flag. Won't get one. You saw the jersey being pulled there. But listen, if you get away with it, then it's great defense. He gets away with it. It'll be 2nd and 15. .1 seconds to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Cocoa. That was a bad snap that time. Boda. Second possession for the Tigers. Bad snap again. Boda one-hands it. Rolls right. They want to hold. Not going to get it. Boda knocked out of bounds. He's only going to pick up. That might even be a sack. Boda. That's a sack. Knocked out of bounds there, I believe, by number 29. That's Charlie Carneglia. The junior defensive end will pick up a sack there. So it'll be 3rd down and 17 for Cocoa. 3 out of 4 on 3rd down here tonight. 2 false start penalties have killed the Tigers on this drive. Nearly had another one. Boda clean pocket, throws deep. That's overthrows C.J. Bragg on that one. And Cocoa is forced to punt. And either way you slice this pie, South Sumter is going to have outstanding field position. And the decision by Coach Ty Lawrence to punt on that 4th down flips the field here. So South Sumter is going to pick up the ball with great field position and 14 seconds to play in the first quarter. Now the snap has been bad to Boda. I don't know if the long snapper is the same as the regular snapper for Cocoa. I don't think it is. The snapper, no, it's different. Good snap. That's a good punt spiral, but it's going to be caught at the 50. That's out. He's got room. And South Sumter will take over 1st and 10 at the Cocoa Tiger 42. Great punt, great field position. 1.8 seconds to play in the first quarter, and South Sumter will take over here. And Finkley, the 6'2", 200-pound quarterback. .8 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Cocoa on top, 7-0 on an opening drive score. Quick little counter inside. Samadre Hawkins says no. Ball's out. Ball's out. Who's got it? Who's got it? Mr. Official says the Cocoa Tigers have it. And the Cocoa Tigers will begin the second quarter with the football and the lead, 7-0. We'll be back with the start of the second quarter.
Hello, Space Coast. Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of you for your support of BSN and allowing us to cover your student athletes and come into your home each and every night. Give us a follow on Facebook at Brevard Sports Network, and here's to many more years of top-notch sports coverage right here in Brevard County. Thanks again.
I'm Marcus May, and you're watching Brevard Sports Network.
My man. Big thanks to Holy Trinity product, Marcus May, and current New Orleans Saint. And the Cocoa Tigers, Samadre Hawkins hits about as hard as anybody does and forces the football loose. And the Cocoa Tigers have caused the first turnover of the game. And all of that field flipping for naught, because right now Cocoa's got excellent field position with the football at their own 41. As we start quarter number 2 here at Inman-Sherman Field on the campus of South Sumter High School. I'm losing my voice already. That's not a good thing in the second quarter.
By Hawkins to get in there and cause that fumble.
Oh, he just that was a good, hard, solid hit, and at this level, high school level, that's tough to hang on to. 12 minutes on the clock, and here comes Blake Boda and that Cocoa Tiger offense. Not so good on the last drive. That defense for South Sumter tightened up. What's wrong? Oh, all right. Here we go. Boda in the backfield, obviously, with, who is that? Malachi Coney. It's a 4 wide receiver split with Kion Calhoun split far side left. Cedric Hawkins near side. Coco's got to hurry. 5 seconds on the play clock. 2 seconds. Good snap that time. Good rush. Throws. Wide open. Farmer. Boda overshot him. Farmer got in the middle. Now, if you see that camera, it's going to zoom in. You're going to see 3 South Sumter Raiders there. But Boda's got to cut that loose a little bit quicker because Farmer coming across was open there as he hit about the 40-yard line. Got to hit him on the break. Incomplete pass will stop the clock at 2nd down and 10. But who am I to tell a 64% passer he's got to be more accurate? Bridgewater in the backfield now with Boda. Doubles, that means 2 wide receivers split to each side. 3 down linemen, it's a 3-5 set. Boda throws open. Cedric Hawkins caught. He'll be granted forward progress after a gain of about 16. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. The ball now inside of South Sumter Raider territory. They'll be 1st and 10 at the South Sumter 47. Good pitch and catch between Boda and Hawkins. I criticized him earlier this year because I thought Boda was, I shouldn't say criticize, that's strong word, because I thought Boda was going to Hawkins too much, but man, he really spread the ball out as the season wore on. 1st and 10. 11:31 to play. This time, play action. Boda in trouble, gets out of it. They want to hold, not going to get it. Boda throws, incomplete. And the referees in the stands on the South Sumter side are screaming for a hold. Didn't see one. 2nd and 10 now.
Although I'll say this, Coco definitely did get away with
Did they?
The false start.
Coco got away. Caleb says Coco got away with another false start there. Or maybe that's what they were screaming for, was the false start.
That backside tackle, half a second early.
2nd and 10. I thought they were screaming for a hold. I was like, I didn't see a hold for Boda. And he does it again. Yeah, that's a false start. He is going way too early. That's going to back the Tigers up. He's got to. Yeah, I saw it that time. That's Jaquez Joyner. I love Jaquez, but he's got to kick it down a notch there on the start. So that's the 4th false start penalty of the game for Coco, and that's going to back him up 5 yards. The good news is they aren't, if you're a Tiger fan, is that they aren't inside their own 20 this time, but still 4 false start penalties in the first 13 and a half minutes of the game isn't going to please Adam Franco or Ryan Schneider. It's Calhoun, Farmer, Edgecombe, and Hawkins, your wide receivers. Your back is, I think that's Bridgewater, with Boda, the quarterback. 11-18, second and 15 for Coco. Boda drops, steps up. He had room, steps up again. Boda running. He's got dives forward for a gain of about 14, 13. It'll be 12. It'll be third and 2 for Coco. Dives head first. So the Tigers, I think, Caleb, with the way that defense is playing right now, would be in 4-down territory unless Coach Snyder elects to punt the football and try to flip the field. Boda trying to draw him off, nearly does. Got to be careful here with that false starting. Boda back up, 10 on the play clock. Boda did it again. As the student section chants, you can't do that for the 5th time, and that's 5 false start penalties. And now it's 3rd down and 9 for Coco with 10:34 to play. Hold it. You got to hold it for just a split second more. And I think what's throwing these guys off is they're stunting. The defense for South Sumter stunting before the ball is snapped. Okay. Watch them. He looks like he's lined up in the neutral zone, the nose tackle. They're going to call it again. That is 6 false start penalties against Coco. 3rd down and 14. I don't know what to tell you, folks. I'd have to agree with the student section. You can't do that. 3rd down now and 14 for the Tigers on the 6th false start penalty in the first 14 minutes of the game. And this crowd is on their feet, foot stomping galore. Boda steps up. He's got to get rid of it. Flags fly. This is going to be against South Sumter. This is going to be a hold on South Sumter. They held Cedric Hawkins. That's a 1st down anyway. Jaden Edgecombe, great play by Edgecombe there. Boda rolled out, got to his left, dumped it off to Edgecombe, and Edgecombe picked it up. They'll decline this.
They kind of saw it there at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Hawkins was trying to basically.
Yeah, they held him. I mean, they held him right there at the line of scrimmage. 9:47 to go in the first, and Coco, who false started 2 times there, picks up the 1st down. 1st and 10 now. If they don't shoot themselves in the foot, stop playing behind the chains. Give is to Bridgewater. Bridgewater with a hole. He cuts back head on, and Bridgewater picks up 7, 2nd and 3. 9:30 to play in the first half. 7-0, Coco on top. I tell you, if you're a South Sumter fan, the one thing I'd be concerned about right now at this point in time is the length of time that your defense has been out there on the football field. It's a hot, humid night for November. And this is the 13th game of the season for your team. I know they're student athletes. I know they're 16, 17, and 18. Little bubble screen there. And that will go nowhere. As I tell you what, Boone on that one read that beautifully, came in to make that tackle. He sprinted over there to do that. Great play by him. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 3. This is definitely 4-down territory if they don't put it on Mouse foot to score here. 7-0, Coco on top. 8:40 to play in the first half. 4 wide receivers with Bridgewater to the left of Boda. This is Bridgewater. He's got a Coco 1st down. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers after a gain of 5 at the South Sumter 24-yard line. 1st down for Coco. That is their 5th down conversion of the game. Keep your eye on that offensive line if you're watching at home. See if they move. Bridgewater scoots to the side. They got to hurry. 10 seconds on the play clock. 7:50 on the game. 7:55 on the game clock. Oh, wow. Kion Calhoun got to break the tackle. Will not, as he'll be just crushed by Boone. And that'll be a gain of about 5, though. 4, 2nd and 6. Good job there by Kion Calhoun to brace for the tackle and hang on to the football. 2nd and 6 for the Tigers. 7:30 to play in the third. They're missing a DB over here on this side of the field. Let's see if Boda. They got 3 on 2. Oh, no. Actually, he comes over now. You see him walk over now to man up on Jaden Edgecombe. South Sumter was missing a DB there. And we got a whistle, and they're going to take a timeout, and that's a good timeout. They're second of the first half. They were completely discombobulated on the right side of the field. You're watching Florida High School Athletic Association Class 2A, 2S, I should say, regional finals here on Brevard Sports Network. $7-11 left. Man, a Slurpee from 7-Eleven sounds good. 7-11 left here in the first half at Inman-Sherman Field. The legendary Inman-Sherman, 261 career victories here for South Sumter. In the 2005 2A state championship for the Raiders. Here, though, in 2022, it's 2nd and 6 for the Tigers. Ball inside the Dean Stewart Photography red zone. I'd like to thank Zone 6 and Black Rock Engineering. Bridgewater to the right of Boda. 4 wide receivers, 3 of them to the right side. Boda throws. Calhoun dropped it in and out of his hands. And unfortunately, at times this year, that's been an issue for Kion Calhoun. Got it. Boda puts it there. You got to catch it. You got to hang on to it. 3rd down and 6. 7:05 to play here in the first half. The incomplete pass will stop the clock. They're definitely in Mal Cito territory for a field goal here, but we'll see if Coach Snyder elects to go for it, if or should they reach 4th down. 3rd down and 6. Boda, plenty of time, throws, caught, hung on to, outside, can he get in? Touchdown, Cocoa Tigers. C.J. Bragg breaks a tackle and gets in. And with 6:54 to play in the opening half, the Tigers lead it 13-0. Great throw by Boda. Bragg bobbled the catch, had everybody a little nervous there for a second, and then cut to the outside, broke a tackle, and gets into the end zone to the pylon. Mal Cito on for the extra point.
I think he got a little nervous.
Snap, hold, and Mal, as he's done every time he kicks the football, boots it through the mini uprights. And with 6:54 to play in the opening half, it's 14-0 Cocoa. Back in a minute. All right, welcome back here to Inman-Sherman Field, where the Cocoa Tigers have scored again, and it's 14-0. Cocoa on top And the Tigers have 14 points on the board despite 6 false start penalties. As Maosito set to kick off. Mal's approach. And not a great kickoff by Mal. Ball fielded at the 13. And there's room there. He slips and falls as he is finished off on his way down by Nathan Chason, the junior. And the Raiders come out and start 1st and 10. And I would say South Sumter's got to put something together here. And we're going to get a officials timeout for a water break. That always kills me. Well, we couldn't have just took that water break after the score. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're right. That's logical. So, some scenarios and possibilities. There aren't many left at this point of the year. Tonight, right now, Cocoa in Region 3. The other teams left, Florida State and Sewanee. Cocoa play the winner of them. Bradford and Baker County and Bishop Verreau and Frostproof in the bottom half of the column. The Tigers can hang on and win here tonight. If Florida State University wins, it's a trip to Tallahassee. I have no idea where Sewanee is. But I'm sure somebody's going to tell me. That dumb announcer don't know his geography. 1st and 10 now for Ian Finkley. Finkley turns, gives. No, he keeps it himself, and Finkley's going to be – what a tackle from behind. Great job there. Chasing him down is Davion Parham. And it's 2nd and 7 for South Sumter. So far the Tigers have done a nice job tonight, save for 2 runs for them where they've picked up first downs. You know, this is a team that's averaged 8 yards a carry, 9 yards a carry this year. Right now, they're at about that 4-yard a carry mark. .6:10 to play. Cocoa on top, 14-0. 7 seconds on the play clock. Finkley with a man in motion, gives it to him, tries to get outside. You just can't run east and west on Cocoa. Maybe they break one, maybe they don't. But the general thing is too much speed on that Tiger defense. And South Sumter, once again, facing 3rd and long here. Third down and a long 6 for South Sumter. They show 3 wide receivers to the near side here. Elijah Adams split wide near side. 1 wide receiver split wide right. He's in trouble, and he's going to go down, sacked by Lauren Ward. And it's going to be 4th down and about 18 for South Sumter, and no shot. Finkley had no shot as Lauren Ward. They launched more than rockets from the Space Coast, apparently. Lauren Ward was shot off of a launch pad on that one.
Something about that number 44 and tackling quarterbacks.
Yeah, I tell you, that number 44 has been eating quarterbacks for about 8 years now. And I just mean the number. Lauren Ward this year and last year, and, of course, the years prior to him, Tusculum University's Day White. Back deep at the 40 is not Cedric Hawkins, and Cocoa. That's not a great punt, or at least not the punt. Get away from it. Yell the teammates, and Cocoa will take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. 4:34 to play in the opening half, and the Tigers are on top, 14-0. They've scored on 2 of 3 drives here tonight. Once again, we'd like to thank the Florida High School Athletic Association. State championships are coming up. Log on to the FHSAA.org. What's wrong?
No, I'm just occasionally checking.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get on the camera here. As we got 3 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. And we have 5 defensive backs in now for, it's a 3-3 with 5 DBs. 7th False start penalty. Calls it on, actually that time he calls it on Nicky Teeter, the wide receiver. He called that on Nicky Teeter. It's just near side official that's called two. I've been critical of the offensive. Not all of them have been on the offensive line. Cedric Hawkins false started once, and that time Nicky Teeter did. 4:33 now. 1st and 15 for Cocoa, and that's not been unusual tonight with 7 false start penalties. Malachi Coney's in the backfield. Coney, a sophomore. Boda. Screenplay. Teeter. Teeter gets back the 5 he just lost, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for Cocoa with 4:20 to play. Cocoa was very, very close to having a lineman downfield on that play. Boggs in the slot over there. Keep your eye on him. Teeter near side, spread wide. Kion Calhoun, far side, spread wide. Day Farmer along with Boggs in the slot area. Coney to the right of Boda. South Sumter right now in a three set with 5 DBs. Boda throws across the middle. How about that catch? Day Farmer with a Cocoa Tiger first down. No, who is that? Is that Farmer? Yeah, that's Farmer. Hard to see Farmer's number with the big stripe on the back of it. But it is indeed no first down, actually. They're going to call it 3rd down. So it's 3rd down and 3. I thought he got there, but he didn't. Oh, they held him on the far side, but they're not going to throw the flag there. 4th down and 3. Cocoa they didn't look good on that one, on that screen pass. And Cocoa going to go for this. They may try to draw them off here. Actually, I expect Cocoa to punt with 3:17 to play. Cocoa gets the ball to start the 3rd. They got him. They got him. They got him. Offsides on South Sumter. They actually got him. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. If it works, that water. Thank you, sir. So the ball now on the South Sumter 49. Boda throws. Kion Calhoun. And Boda overthrows that one. I like the call, taking a shot here deep with 3:10 to go. Checking in for South Sumter. Cody Zilkowski. 17 seconds on the play clock. 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. Boda with a screen set up beautifully. Great block. Outside is Coney. 1st down and much, much more. Coney down to the 30. Got to hang on to the football. And Malachi Coney still with the ball. And Malachi Coney all the way down to the Raider 25. We got a flag here, and I think it's coming back. Tell me it's not a false start. They're going to back him up. Let's see what the call is. Yeah, an eligible man downfield, and that was almost an issue for Cocoa before, and I think that doesn't surprise me. I've seen it almost happen on 2 other occasions here tonight, and Cocoa will. And actually, they're going to wave it off. He may have checked in. He may have declared eligible. And I think that's what he's going to tell Coach Lawrence. They're going to wave the flag off. I have to find out why. It's one of two. Why'd they wave that off? Gotcha. Okay, so I'm told it's a screen pass. Was a beautifully executed screen, and he was indeed behind the line of scrimmage. So the one official waves it off, and the screen stands, and it's 1st and 10 Coco. I thought maybe he declared eligible, but it was a screen pass, and the guy was behind the line of scrimmage. So 1st and 10, the referee's got to be careful. You can't throw that flag from the other side of the field either. And that time, Malachi Coney is stopped for a loss of 2. 2:39 to play here in the opening half. And I like the fact that the Tigers are still playing, still going with the run here. You got to keep them honest. Coming up at halftime, we've got a special video for you at halftime. If you did not see, usually I say coming up at halftime, absolutely nothing, but not this time. If you didn't see the Marty Smith piece on Coco in their new weight room, that's coming up at halftime here on Brevard Sports Network. Play action. Boda throws wide open as Boggs, but Boda underthrew it, and it's going to be 3rd down and 12 for Coco with 1:57 to play here. The Tigers with the ball and a 14-0 lead. It's an outstanding video. Talks a little bit about Marty Smith from ESPN, and, of course, as you know, a lot of companies pitched in to get the Tigers a new weight room. They were lifting weights with broken weights. You'll see. Make sure you stick around for the video coming up at half. 1:57 to play here in the first half. It's 3rd and 12 for Coco. Coney in the backfield. Boda under pressure, steps up. He's got to get down. He does. It'll be 4th down and 8. And let's see. Ball's in the middle of the field. And I think Coach Snyder's got to be asking Malcito, 25, 35, 37, 42-yard field goal, but Cito doesn't even approach the field. And it's 4th down and 9. Will South Sumter hold them here, or will the Tigers? They got them again. They got South Sumter again. 1:23 and calls the Raiders to jump. 4th and about 2 now. Actually, 4th and 4. I was never any good at math. All right. I'm probably no good at that either. 1 minute. 1 minute to play in the first half. Boda. And this is going to be on Coco. That was a false start. And that'll back them up 5. So back and forth we go. Coco doesn't care, right? I mean, obviously they want to get in the end zone here. I shouldn't say they don't care. I mean, it's not the right verbiage. But I mean, it just continues to take time off the clock. And it's 4th down and 9 yards to go here. Although I'd love to see Malcito come on and try a field goal here. He can hit this. He has all year. Coco, 4th and 8. Boda trying to draw him off again. 19 seconds on the play clock. Tigers have time. 1 timeout remaining for South Sumter, 2 for Coco. Boda, pocket, throws, caught! 1st down, Coco. Kion Calhoun down to the 11. And Coco takes a timeout. What a throw from Blake Boda.
It's good to see Kion get that catch and kind of
get his confidence back a little bit. Again, Kion dropped that touchdown earlier, and this time, I mean, listen, that's a tough drop right there. I mean, Boda stuck that to his shoulder pads. 38.9 seconds to go, and certainly Coco well within. They were in Mouse field goal range before. Mouse, is that rain?
it's missing.
Unbelievable. Let me check the radar here. You got my phone? Just a little mist falling now. Boda throws, corner, and out of bounds. I don't even see it on this radar. You?
No.
Man, me either. A little thunderstorm up to the northeast of us. Yeah, there it is, right there. 33.8, 15 to play in the first half. 13 seconds on the play clock. Boda throws back across. Still on his feet. In for a Cocoa Tiger touchdown after a breaking a tackle is Nicky Teeter. And the Tigers get in on a screen pass to Teeter. And it's 20-0. Cocoa on top. What a play by Teeter. Had him stopped. They had the screen stopped. But Teeter broke the tackle and got into the end zone. And Cocoa takes a 20-0 lead pending the extra point. And they'll get the ball to start the second half. Snap, hold, kick, good. As 26.3 seconds to play in the first half. And the Cocoa Tigers lead it 21-0. All right, Malcito set to kick off here. 26.3 seconds to go. And the Cocoa Tigers lead the 12-0 South Sumter Raiders 21-0. Saito with a squibbler. And let's see if South Sumter tries anything at all here. And South Sumter's frustrated, and I don't blame them. Raining just a little bit harder, but you're all right, right? Okay. Okay. This put in the bag at halftime. I'll hold on to it now. All right, so three backs in the backfield like a veer formation. Quarterback just turns straight. Dive, he's got a chance here. Big back on his feet. And he gets all the way down to the 40 with 9 seconds to go. And they got one timeout left, and South Sumter takes it. That's the kind of thing that Cocoa was worried about coming into this game. Those quick pop dives straight up the gut with a burst of speed. Strider with a good run there. And with 8.5 seconds to play, South Sumter takes their final timeout. So they've obviously got to get in the end zone here. I'll make it back in time. Then you start the second half. Final play of the first half coming up. Remember, coming up at halftime, it's Marty Smith from ESPN and the Cocoa Tigers' quest for that new weight room. Their dream comes true. Quest fulfilled. You'll see that at halftime. Coco's got a guy standing at the 10, and they're going to throw it up here. If he gets it off, Lauren Ward catches him, and that'll take us to the end of the first half. With your score, it's been all Cocoa from start to finish. The Tigers lead it 21-0, and the rain's letting up.
Hello everyone, welcome to Academy Sports and Outdoors Traditions. As you saw in our previous episode, we've expanded the Traditions family beyond just the outdoors, towards more traditional sports, and many of them at that. And now we're in Cocoa, Florida at Cocoa High School because the Tigers are a Florida high school football powerhouse. 4 state championships. They've gone to the state semifinals for 15 consecutive seasons, all while working out in a dilapidated weight room that coaches tell us they've seen weight plates break, they've seen barbells break, but the players continue to work hard and be one of the best there is in this football-rich state. And the past 2 Super Bowl champion teams have former Cocoa Tigers on their rosters. What an amazing place and amazing spirit. It is my pleasure to bring you guys this edition of Traditions. I'm Marty Smith. Come join me. As obsessed as I am with football, I couldn't wait to meet the current coaches of this legendary program.
There they are.
What's up, man? Welcome to Cocoa. Ryan Schneider, head football coach.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to
Coach.
meet you,
Marty
man.
Smith.
How you doing, James Folks?
Great to meet you, Coach. How you doing?
Well, pretty
Thank
good.
you guys for having us. We're so excited. I know that you guys have such a tradition-rich program. What, 15 consecutive regional titles?
Yes, sir.
That's insane. Anywhere, much less in Florida.
Absolutely.
Tremendous tradition. I know you're sending young men to Power 5 schools every year. What an amazing tradition.
It's a special place.
Very special place. And I keep hearing about the jungle. So I need you guys, look at the smile. You need to introduce me to the jungle. Can you guys show me this weight room?
Sure, let's go.
All right, let's do it.
The jungle, as they call it, isn't the only primitive form of training around here. Nature left its own character builder. Right outside the gym, they call it Scholarship Hill.
This hill right here we call Scholarship Hill. We have over 30 to 40 plus athletes that have ran on this hill that played D1 football, FCS football. We take pride in this hill. We do it in increments. We start off with 3. We build up every week, and we end up finishing up with 21 or 23. And we take that same approach on the hill, we take it to the football field as well. So if you finish this hill on this campus, you're certified with us.
Scholarship Hill.
Scholarship Hill.
Did you run Scholarship Hill?
Absolutely. Started back in the 80s.
I
Absolutely.
love it, man.
Absolutely.
How you think you do on Scholarship Hill right now?
Man, get oxygen.
I can't imagine running this hill in 98-degree Florida heat, but this was nothing compared to what I would see next.
How do you win? How do you manage this? It's one thing to be great once. It's a whole other thing to sustain it. How do you guys do that when this is what you're working with?
Our motto is do a lot with less. Yeah. And we take pride in all that. So these are the same weights I was power cleaning lifting back in
Same plates.
Same plates.
This honestly blew my mind. I gotta meet the current kings of this jungle.
Fellas, first of all, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on your tremendous success. All right, we're in the jungle. Explain this to me. What goes down in here?
A lot of lifting, a lot of hard work, a lot of blood, sweat, tears. Fact. We in the trenches, really.
As you can see.
So I'll be honest with you guys. I walk in here and I know the success you've had as a program. And I walk in here and I go, wait a minute. I'm like broken weights in the corner. I mean, I know y'all are diesel and all, but breaking barbells is next level. How?
we just know we gotta get it, like, regardless of the circumstance, like, because people are put in worse circumstances that are on our team, like, in life. So, like, regardless of the circumstances, it's just this, yeah, we're gonna get to it regardless. This is what we got, this is what we're gonna work with. We gotta make do what we can, for real.
What would new equipment mean to you guys? What would a better weight room do for the program?
You would know if anything, but
I've been here since 8th grade, you know, a new weight room and new equipment would do everything.
So that's really where it starts, like in the weight room. Like, building the right habits and like doing things the right way. It really starts like, it's the little things. So like it starts with lifting right, lifting properly, and having everything.
Have you guys ever been in here when something broke?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah,
of course. The kids are, I don't want to say scared, but they're not confident lifting here because they've seen stuff happen that makes you go, whoa, whoa.
You discussed kind of what they come from. Describe for me what you mean by that. What kind of background do some of these?
The city of, all right, so we had a player last year who we were driving back from a 7-on-7 event. And I never really connected with the kid, so I made him ride with me in the front seat just to really get to know him a little bit better. And we're driving back from Florida State, from Tallahassee, and you know, it's about a 6-7 hour drive. We're driving back, and the kid's literally in tears, talking to someone, trying to find a spot for his 5-year-old brother to sleep. And he's just talking to someone about, you know, can you just let him sleep on the floor? And right then it hit me, I'm like, man, these guys are going through a ton of stuff that we don't know, because if you talk to the kid, you wouldn't even know that they're in that situation. The city of Cocoa is a very tough area. It's a poor, low-income area, but you know, the kids will work, they'll do what you ask them to do, they want to fight, they want to keep trying to better themselves, and they're going to use every method to make that happen.
We're in a demographic location where the household income is right at $36,000, $37,000. So we're on the lower end. We use football as an outlet here to think positive year in and year out.
You grew up in this program. How did it impact you?
Man, I grew up in Cocoa. I grew up in a 2-bedroom house. 4 brothers, all 5 of us stayed in 1 bedroom. No central air and heat. Box fan in the window. 2 bunk beds. I chose to sleep on the floor. In high school, this is my sanctuary. We were up in here 3 or 4 hours at a time. How you adversity?
And where did it take you?
Took me to Northeast Louisiana University. Get drafted or play in the National Football League.
The league.
The league, I know it.
But instead of retiring from the NFL to the easy life, James Folston moved back here to inspire the next generation.
And so when I come back here, I try to instill some of my life lessons growing up into the kids around here. I make sure I say, when you guys go on and do big and better things, make sure you come back to give back. Either donate money or volunteer your time. So I'm trying to set an example for that. I mean, I come back, I volunteered over 15,000 hours since I've been here.
You have volunteered 15,000 hours?
15,000 plus hours since 2009.
Why is it important for you to do that?
Because I know what I didn't have access to growing up, because everybody not guaranteed to go to the National Football League. So we still want to instill life skills in these kids.
What an amazing spirit. I mean, amazing spirit. I not only respect it, but I admire it.
Appreciate that.
All right, let's do it.
Being surrounded by these young men have changed me.
How y'all doing?
I gotta make sure, you know, I reach their level because they bring it every day. I do everything I can to help those guys reach their goals.
First of all, good morning. My name's Marty Smith. I am a reporter and host for ESPN. My main life is college football, and that's one reason that I'm here today. I'm here because I want all of you guys to know that you have inspired me. You might go, why? How? I learned about the effort that you guys put in. I learned about the pedigree and the tradition and the passion that you guys have to represent this community. But let me tell you what you don't know. I'm an old man, all right? Someday you're gonna look back and you're gonna realize those people in those stands on Friday nights were living vicariously through us. Describe Friday night here.
Oh, it's wild. It's wild. It's a community that loves football, loves the school, and they're passionate. And it's no different than going to an SEC game. You know, there's going to be some awesome things going on in the stands and passionate people that really care about Cocoa High School.
Y'all don't know it, but you're carrying the dreams of this town. Every Friday night when you strap up and you face off against that opponent that wants to take what you've earned. What would a new weight room or updated equipment mean to this program?
We got to change our motto. Our motto next will be, we get out of it what we put into it.
I've been in the jungle, I seen that thing. I seen those broken weights, broken barbells. You guys are special. In so many ways, you guys do so much more with so much less. That is the motto around here. We do more with less. Not anymore. As a result of the efforts of a whole lot of people and the inspiration that you guys have given those people. On behalf of Cap Barbell and Academy Sports and Outdoors, I want you guys to know that there's a new jungle. Come on, come with me.
How about it, y'all? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's fun to see how excited everybody is. I love it. I love it. All right, what do you think?
It's amazing. You see them, boy? We can't wait to get in here and live.
You never know how somebody's going to react. But y'all reacted the way I wanted you to react.
They already talking.
They are.
On 3, 1, 2, 3.
You don't strike me as a guy that gets very emotional very often, but I'm telling you, when they walked in here, I turned around, I might have seen a little mist.
It's seeing the kids with that enjoyment, and you know, it's a moment we'll always remember.
The expression on their face, man, is a win-win situation. We appreciate everything you guys are doing and have done, and it's gonna go a long way. This basically can help out generations, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, I meant what I said out there. You guys have a beautiful spirit. I just am so grateful that I got the opportunity to meet you. I'm a better person for having been here, so thank you guys. When you win the state, I better get a FaceTime from the locker room.
Sure,
Thank you. I love your spirit. Thank you guys. Cheers. Appreciate you.
It's not every day you get the chance to improve the lives of generations to come. To have an opportunity in conjunction with Academy Sports and Outdoors to improve the lives of generations to come is an honor beyond words. I am so grateful to be part of the amazing Cocoa High football tradition. For Academy Sports and Outdoors, I'm Marty Smith, and this is Traditions.
Welcome back to Inman Sherman Field where the rain, I think, has stopped. And as we get set to wind down halftime, hope you enjoyed that presentation from Academy Sports, Marty Smith, and ESPN on the new weight room at Coco. It was just an unbelievable moment for Tiger Nation to be able to get that. And look at what they've been dealing with, and we'll see what that new weight room does with for them moving forward tonight. Well, it looks like they've been in it this week. 21-0, and it really has been all Coco Tigers. And again, listen, yes, the offense has put 3 touchdowns on the board, but 7 false start. That defense tonight has shut down one of the most potent offenses in the state of Florida. You're talking about an offense that has scored 60 points 3 times over the last 5 games, and they just simply move the football on people. And that dark side defense has sacked the quarterback twice. They've created a fumble, and they've held South Sumter to under 50 rushing yards here tonight, and that's unconscionable if you're a Raider fan. It's unconscionable to me, as a guy that's been deep diving into this all week long. And the Coco Tigers are going to get the football to start the second half. And if the Tigers can stop shooting themselves in the foot on offense, they may be able to stretch this thing out here with that opening possession. They've only not scored on 1 possession here tonight. They've been outstanding on 3rd down. They've only not converted 1 3rd down here tonight. So everything the Tigers are doing, Blake Boda is doing what Blake Boda does, and that's throw strikes. And South Sumter comes back onto the field, and South Sumter is certainly, Caleb, grab that bag. South Sumter is certainly going to have to figure something out here in a hurry. They've got exactly 24 minutes. If they don't, they've only got 24 minutes left in their undefeated season. They came in at 12-0. Coco last year played an undefeated team in the second round of the playoffs in the Villages, and beat up on the Villages pretty good last year. Am I in your way if I'm like this?
Nope. The only thing I need you to control is you waving the
This? Okay. All right, I'll make sure I don't do that. So the Tigers will receive the ball to start the second half. And once again, we'd like to thank Dean Stewart Photography here tonight, where coming up they've got Black Friday specials. And that Black Friday savings, 20% off packages and 10% off a la carte on senior portraits. And you know what? Maybe you played football 25 years ago. Well, Dean Stewart Photography has proudly supported high school athletics for 35 years. Check out to see if they captured you in action at www.dsphoto.com. Our fourth quarter sponsor will be BlackRock Engineering and Technology. Sorry, Kim. DSP, I almost knocked Caleb off the roof. Well, that might be exaggerating things a little bit, but you get the point. Under a minute to go here. Let's say hello to everyone watching here tonight on Brevard Sports Network. We've set a new record for live viewers in one stream tonight. I believe at one point, Caleb said we reached close to 500. That's a record. 485 as we get set to go here. And South Sumter will do something they haven't done yet here tonight, and that's kick off. As back deep for the Tigers, it's going to be Cedric Hawkins and Day Farmer. Ball's at the 40. And the referee stands and waits for the clock to dissipate down to 0. It does so. And we are ready for second half action here on Brevard Sports Network. Alan Slaughter-Zinski and Caleb Brown with you. Very excited to be with you here tonight from Bushnell, Florida, home of the South Sumter Raiders. And second half action is underway. Line drive kick scooped up by Hawkins at about the 17. Hawkins with a seam. Cedric Hawkins breaks a tackle and steps out of bounds. And he nearly had him an 84-yard touchdown. And the Coco Tigers will take over 1st and 10 from wherever they decide to spot the football. Looks like dead on the 50. So not a great start for the Raiders, as that ball will be placed on the 50-yard line. And here we go. 1st and 10 for Coco. And Boda in that offense comes. Really, the only thing the Tigers needed to fix at halftime was staying still for the snap count.
I still wouldn't want to be a fly on the wall during that conversation.
No, Boda. Quick screen out the Hawk, or a Farmer. Farmer breaks one tackle. He will not break another, and he's going to be thrown down. Forward progress will give him a yard. But I think Farmer actually cost himself on that one, because had he initially cut outside, he certainly had at least 2 or 3 more yards on that one. It'll be 2nd down and 9. And that South Sumter defense has come out here in the second half to play. 11:26 to play in the third. 2nd and 9 for the Tigers. Anthony Bridgewater the back. Keon Calhoun split wide near side. Hawkins split wide far side. The give is to Bridgewater. Big hole. Bridgewater at the 35. Cuts back to the 30. Down to the 25. Still on his feet. Lowers his head. And Bridgewater, a 25-yard run. And he'll be brought down at the 25. And the Coco Tigers are in business. 1st and 10 at the 26. They mark it. That's one way to pick it up, huh? What a run by Anthony Bridgewater. Right back to the line of scrimmage come the Coco Tigers, looking to put a 4-touchdown lead on South Sumter. Across the middle, caught by Farmer. Nice little slant pass, and they'll throw him down again. But he's going to pick up 7 yards on 1st down on the slant. And actually 6, and it'll be 2nd down and 4 for... So I'll tell you what, they might be giving up yards, but that doesn't mean they're not hitting. South Sumter right now laying some wood when they're making the tackles. 2nd and 4. That tackle looked like it hurt. Farmer got up a little slow, but he's back out there in the slot. Calhoun and Hawkins split wide. Bridgewater steps up the block. Perfect pocket throws, and that's on Boda. He knows it. He had – what did he do? That's going to be a 15-yard penalty against Coco for unsportsmanlike conduct. And you can't do that. That's going to be called a Day Farmer. That's going to back Coco up 15 yards. So it'll be 3rd down. It's a dead ball foul, so they don't get the down back. 3rd down. And about 22, 23 now for Coco. Boda had him there, too. Just underthrew him a little bit. 10:03 to play. 4 wide receivers set. Sumter blitzes, throws. That's way overthrown. But, oh, it lays in there to Cedric Hawkins. I thought it was way overthrown. That ball dropped in there beautifully, in and out of the hands of Hawkins. 4th down. And 22, it looked way overthrown, didn't it? But it just dropped in there.
I think you saw a little bit of that acceleration there by Hawkins to get to the spot.
So it's going to be 4th and 22, and this South Sumter defense looking for a stop. Looks over to Adam Franco. Franco gives no signal. Schneider gives it. Pounding his chest, pointing forward. That means, come on, let's go. Ball's bad snap. Flags fly. This is on Coco. Boda gets rid of it. And they really would have liked to have seen that one. A pick wouldn't have been bad there on 4th down. And I think South Sumter's obviously going to decline this penalty. Or they may push them back 5 yards and make them play it again. I doubt it. But it's going to be on Coco for another false start or illegal procedure or something here. Legal shift. And they'll decline it, and South Sumter will take over. So the Raiders get a stop here, and they needed to have at least one. They got it. And now the question is, can they put points on the board? We shall see as that dark side defense for the Tigers comes back out onto the field. The Cocoa starting defense was Javion Hilson, DeAndre Dorsey, Devarius, Pee Wee Robinson, Lauren Ward up front, Hawkins and Parham, the linebackers, Smith, Dobbs, Hawkins, Brown, and Holmes, your DBs. 9:44 to play in the third. Whistles blow. Finkley, little out pass here, and grabbed him by his jersey. I tell you what, nothing like thinking you're breaking one. And I'll tell you what, Parham just grabbed him by his jersey and brought him down, and that ended that run quickly. That is strength right there to grab that young man running full steam. And I'll tell you what, that's a really good run. If you grab him like that, is good strength. Give is straight up the gut, and that's going absolutely nowhere. A gain of 1 as up on the tackle is DeAndre Dorsey. So Dorsey with the stop. And right now, South Sumter's in a 3rd and 4 situation. Tonight they are 1 for 5 on 3rd down. 8:54 to play in the 3rd. Finkley with Dorsey to his left. He keeps it. He's going to have a 1st down and much more. Hawkins gets him, and that's a gain of 15 and a South Sumter 1st down. That's the first 1st down they've gotten since the 1st quarter. This one pushes the football into Cocoa Tiger territory. They'll have 1st and 10 on the Cocoa 46 with 8:30 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Man in motion. Jet sweep. Hawkins grabs him by his jersey, but not before he picks up 8, and another great run on 1st down. That time, it's Caden Payne, the senior, and Payne picks up 9, 2nd and 1 for the Raiders. Driving here following the Cocoa turnover on downs. 1st and 10 at the Tiger 36. Veer formation. Keep your eye on Makai Boone, number 42 in the backfield, the linebacker. Finkley gives to Boone, straight up the gut. It's a gain of 4, 2nd and 6. $7:40 to play in the 3rd. We good? That's a run. That's a gain that picked up nearly 30 yards at the end of the 1st half. 2nd and 6, and this time we got whistles, and this. We got a lot of. That's going to be dead ball. False start on the Raiders, and boy, this is one false starting crew, isn't it? I'll tell you. They must really got a microscope, because I didn't see anybody move. Did you? I saw nobody move. 7:26. 2nd and 11. This time, Dorsey to the left side. Hawkins chases, grabs him, and slings him down after a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 8, and South Sumter again, 3rd and long. Last time they converted with a gain of 15, and Finkley's got them right back to the line. Cocoa, I would imagine this is 4-down territory for South Sumter, regardless of what happens here on 3rd and 8. They're going to throw it on play action. Looks to throw, dumps it out. And eating that alive is Parham. That's actually going to be no gain or a loss of 1. 4th and 9 for South Sumter. And I don't think there's any doubt by Ty Lawrence. They're going for this. 6:53 to play. And the Tigers looking to turn over South Sumter on downs here. Tigers defense moving up. 4-down linemen, 2 linebackers. They show blitz. Little screen pass out, and he won't get it. And the Tigers force a turnover on downs, no flags, and the defense for South Sumter takes the field as Samadre Hawkins is slow to get up, but he does, and he looks like he took one in the shin there, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers. And that was really where South Sumter really needed to do something, Caleb. But I'm not telling anybody anything they don't know if you know the game of football. That dark side defense has been unbelievable tonight. All right, timeout for the water break here with 6:29 to go. I think I'm going to take one with them. We'll be right back here on BSN.
Hello, Space Coast. Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of you for your support of BSN and allowing us to cover your student athletes and come into your home each and every night. Give us a follow on Facebook at Brevard Sports Network, and here's to many more years of top-notch sports coverage.
I want to say hello to that young man, if he's watching, Caleb Solomon. The young man had a serious leg injury last week, and he's home, I believe, and resting comfortably. Caleb, get well, buddy. We miss you, and get well, huh? Caleb Solomon. And Coco takes over 1st and 10 at the 30. Farmer in motion, and Farmer is swallowed up by Boone and a host of South Sumter Raiders. And Damian Seymour says, I didn't know what the call was. What happened there, guys? Ty Kabur also in on the stop. Torres. I said Solomon. Caleb Torres. What am I? Sorry, Caleb. Caleb Torres. 5:50 to play. My apologies. My goodness, Alan. Get it right. Whistles, and guess what? Another false start. The 8th of the game, and the Tigers are now staring at 2nd and 19. 8 false start penalties here tonight. And listen, Coco wins this football game tonight. Florida State, I'm not sure what the score update is, but Florida State, pretty good football team. Who should it be? You can't do that against them. You just can't.
I'll tell you this.
Sideline warning, too, here on Coco, actually. And I think Coco's upset on that one. Again, I didn't see anybody move, but apparently this is the crew that loves false starts. I didn't see anybody move for South Sumter. I didn't see anybody move there for Coco. 2nd and 22 now for the Tigers. Again, Caleb Torres, get better, my friend, get better. 5:35 to play in the 3rd. It looked like another false start there. Throws wide open as Boggs, and he dropped it. He absolutely dropped the football. It's the other thing you can't do. Javen Boggs dropped the ball. 3rd down and 22. Cannot do it. And he comes out, and Jaden Edgecombe checks in. 5:26 to play. 3 wide receivers to the far side. Boda blitz, throws screen. Farmer's going to get stopped. And Farmer to be 4th down here. And now the Tigers will punt. They're going to turn this over to the Tiger defense here. And the Tigers offense has stalled on the last 2 drives. A missed blocking assignment and a false start and a drop. Mistakes. Can't have them. 4:50. To play in the 3rd. Good punt. Well, decent punt. End over end. Takes a Coco Tiger bounce, and it'll go out of bounds at the South Sumter 46-yard line. I said it before, I'll say it again. They've got about 4 possessions left in this football game, does South Sumter, barring a Cocoa turnover. They got to make every one of them count. Every one of them count. Yeah, Sewanee getting blown out by Florida State. And really, I mean, when you think about it, and I don't mean any disrespect to South Sumter, but what Florida State's doing to Sewanee at the moment is what Cocoa needs to do here. But that defense and mistakes, South Sumter defense is tightened up, and that offense is making mistakes. That's a false start. South Sumter shooting themselves in the foot. 4:33 to play in the third. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Raiders. Coming up after the game, we'll have post-game interviews if the Tigers win down on the field. 1st and 15 now for Finkley in this offense. Man in motion, fakes the jet sweep. He's in trouble. Down goes Finkley, and that's going to be a face mask, I believe, on Cocoa. Is it the 4, is it the 5 or the 15 variety? We'll see. No, they're going to call a hold. I thought they grabbed him by his face mask. I think if you're Cocoa here, you decline this. Thought he grabbed him by the face mask. So it's going to be a hold. You got to decline this and take the down if you're Cocoa. Indeed it is. And it'll be 2nd down and 25 for South Sumter. And they are absolutely going the wrong way at the moment. 4:24 to play. And the clock will start on the official's wind. He says wind the clock, and here we go. 2nd and 25 for the Raiders. They've got 3 wide receivers near side. That's the 3rd sack of the game. Steps up. Nope, pulls it down. Tries to get outside. Throws. Nearly intercepted. In and out of the hands of his intended wide receiver. That's a good-looking ball he threw, though. That should have been caught. Look, I'm hard on wide receivers. I know I am. But you put the ball in his hands like that, and I'll say the same thing for that young man that I said about Kion Calhoun. You got to catch the ball. You got to big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. 3rd and 25. He's going to try. Oh, ball's out. Coco's got it. The Tigers recover. And coming up with it is Javion Hilson. Missed the tackle. Who made that tackle? What? That's the 2nd turnover of the game by Cocoa. And that one could be the proverbial nail in the coffin if Cocoa can do something with it. We're yellow. If we keep freezing to start the 4th quarter, we'll go to a regular Facebook Live because I'm not going to keep freezing up on you guys like this. But the stream is really growing big here, so. Throws down the field. Calhoun open, caught. Touchdown, Cocoa. Did we see it or did I get in the way? Huh? My bad. Cocoa throws the strike down the sidelines, and I jumped in the way of the throw. My bad. As the Tigers come off for the extra point, and it's 27-0 as Cocoa scores here. Give me that. Mao on with the extra point. And the kick is good. And with 3:51 to play in the 3rd quarter, the Cocoa Tigers lead it 28-3, and you're not going to believe this, but I got in the way of the shot. I couldn't help it. I am so sorry. That is my bad. Man, I feel bad. You know what? See what happens here. It's still running, so. Next time, grab me and pull me out of the way. I got a headset on. I can't hear you, okay? Literally grab my shirt and pull me out of the way. $3:50 to play. And Coco leads it 28-0. Great return by this young man, and he is thrown out of bounds. 28-0. Tigers on top, and we're green again, so we're fine. We'll keep getting that intermittent freezing and not. And I apologize to the Coco Tiger fans for jumping in the way of that shot. That is uncharacteristic of me. My producer's supposed to grab me and pull me out. 3:41. First, and kudos to Kion Calhoun, because, again, you know, we're critical of him dropping a touchdown earlier in the game. Right there, perfect strike from Boda. Kion pulls it in for the score. This is Dorsey with a big run. I'm not sure what that was all about, but he just slips down there. And he picks up 2 yards. 3:25 to go, and the Tigers one touchdown away from putting a running clock on South Sumter. 28-0. Tries to get outside. Hawkins. And Cedric. That's going to be a South Sumter first down, but the Ohio State commit lets him know he's there. And that's just the 4th first down of the game for South Sumter. 4 first downs. This is Dorsey again. Dorsey's got room here. Hawkins got to wrap up, and this time he does. Hawkins trying to strip him. And down to the 30-yard line, but 2:39 to go. Like I said, they got about 4 possessions left. And they got to score on all of them and stop Coco. Kion Calhoun was 3 steps behind that defender. I don't see any signs of that. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Ball at the 29. This time, Finkley keeps it, and he is wrapped up by Robertson. That's like stepping in the way of the moment where the bride says, I do. On the photographer. God, I can't believe I did that. 2nd and 7 for South Sumter. Play action. That's one-on-one coverage. Look at that coverage. Ball is dropped. I'll tell you what, Finkley threw a bullet. And Caden Payne dropped it. That's a touchdown. That was great coverage, but that ball was right in the hands of Caden Payne. That was a dart. I mean, a dart from Finkley. 1:50 to play. 3rd and 7. Incomplete pass. That looked like false start, and he's in trouble. That was a hold, not called. And he throws underneath the Dorsey, incomplete. 4th and 7. 1:43, and the incomplete pass will stop the clock again. Outstanding season, though, for South Sumter. 12-0 coming into this one tonight, and they did a lot of great things this year. Quarterback rolls, receiver slips, throws, and he drops that one. And 5 Cocoa Tigers are there. That'll be a turnover on downs. And if the Tigers can score and convert on this drive, they'll run the clock in the regional final. 16 straight years the Cocoa Tigers have been here. Next week, it's a trip to the Panhandle. Now, I know for a fact that Florida State University High School operates through the NFHS network, so I can already tell all of you there will be no stream next week. But we will inquire about an audio cast, and we will be there. I will be there. I'll have a pregame, postgame, so you have to go to the NFHS network to watch that next week because I know they have it. Boda turns, gives to Coney. Coney straight up the gut. 1:30 to play, about 90 seconds to play in the third. And that'll be a gain of about 1 second and 9. Boda trips, bunched to the far side. Boda fakes the pitch, throws deep, caught. I tell you what, that's a heck of a job there by Nicky Teeter. Nicky Teeter, I'm going to tell you right now, that young man right there laid down and took out his knees. It's a legal play, good play. Oh, he dropped it. I thought he caught it.
The official down here said he caught it.
I thought he did. That's what I was looking at. This official said yes, but no. That's a difficult pass. That kid actually hit the deck and took out his legs on that play. 49.8 seconds to play. This is 3rd and 7. Boda drops, screen pass, caught. And it's going to be 4th down and about a yard for Cocoa. What do you do here? Do you punt it or do you go for it with 35 seconds to go? And I think the play clock, we're going to take this to the 4th quarter because the play clock is less than, the game clock's less than a play clock. So you just take it to the 4th quarter. We'll be back with the 4th quarter here. The Cocoa Tigers lead it 28-0.
Hey, this is Devon Dudley, and you are watching Brevard Sports Network. Oh, my brother, testify.
The Cocoa Tigers are indeed testifying tonight as we start the 4th and final quarter, thanks to Devon Dudley, 24-time wrestling champion, Brevard County resident. 4th and 1 for the Tigers. They've gotten South Sumter to jump twice tonight on the hand clap, and I think, at least I would assume, that the break between the quarter, that's the only thing South Sumter preached. Don't you jump off sides. And now they mix it up inside. And the Cocoa Tigers go for this throws, first down. And that was easy peasy lemon squeezy. And it's 1st and 10 for Cocoa at their own 45. Cocoa 2 for 2 tonight on 4th down. The other 4th down opportunity the Tigers scored on tonight, or the Tigers went for tonight, was 4th and goal for their opening touchdown tonight. They drove all the way down the field. South Sumter stopped them. 4th and goal, and Boda found Day Farmer in the back of the end zone, just like he did right there. And the Cocoa Tigers 1st and 10 with 11:32 to play in the game. Want to thank Black Rock Engineering and Technology. Give is up the gut to Bridgewater. Bridgewater twists, turns, falls forward for a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 for Black Rock, right? Okay. Want to thank DSP, Dean Stewart Photography. Don't forget about that senior portrait Black Friday special. 20% off packages and 10% off a la carte. 11 minutes to go in the game, and the Cocoa Tigers are on their way to winning another regional championship. This is the 16th straight year they've been here or further. 6 state championship appearances, 4 state championship wins. This is Boggs. Boggs with another Cocoa Tiger first down. And he gets into the 40-yard line. And I tell you what, South Sumter could not and has not stopped that screen at all tonight. 1st and 10 at the 40. 41. And a touchdown and an extra point here will run the clock for Cocoa. Something many thought would happen here tonight. I want to say hello to Josh Vasquez in Big Hits Live. There's a flag, and that's going to be on Cocoa. It's going to come back 5 yards. This guy's called more false starts tonight than I've seen in the last 5 games combined. Illegal shift on the Tigers. False starts, illegal shifts. This guy is a before the motion ref, that's for sure. 10:07. That is the 10th penalty tonight against Cocoa that has occurred pre-snap on offense. That certainly needs to be cleaned up next week. 1st and 15. I'd like to thank the Florida High School Athletic Association. Be sure to follow the FHSAA on Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook. And check their beautiful website out at FHSAA.com. 1st and 15 for the Tigers following their 10th pre-snap penalty of the evening. 9:55 to play. 13 seconds on the play clock. Play action. Boda in trouble. Rolls out of it, and that's going to be a hold. And this will come back. I'll tell you what. Cocoa's offensive line tonight, outside of the false start penalties, done a really nice job. They had a size advantage going in. South Sumter a little quicker up front, but South Sumter just, Boda's been pressured 4 or 5 times tonight, but for the most part has had a relatively clean pocket to step up in and throw, and when nothing's been open downfield for him, which is rarely, he has taken off with the football. 9:37 to play in the game, 28-0 Cocoa, and right now it is first down and a trip back to Cocoa, maybe even all the way down to Sebastian River. First and officially about 47, 48 yards. Let's call it 50 just for giggles. 1st and 50 for Cocoa. I'm not kidding. Boda, nice move by Blake. Blake head first dive. He'll pick up 7. 2nd and 43. For those of you that are not paying attention to the comments here, if you're videoing the Florida State-Florida game, turn the volume down here. Maybe you already have. Because at halftime, it's Florida 24, Florida State 21. Second and 40, call it 40, 43. 8:45 to play in the game. And the Tigers are just not in a hurry. And recognizing that is South Sumter, and that's a delay of game. And so we're back to second and 50, or close to it anyway. I don't like this. Finish it. You know what I'm saying? Finish it. If you're Coco, you got to finish this. And this is not how you do that. And I'm not being. That's just a fact. Finish it. Boda steps up and he throws deep to Hawkins. Look at that ball. Cedric Hawkins in for a Coco touchdown. No flags. 75 yards. Touchdown. 34-0. Hawkins with separation at the South Sumter 30. And there is an unsportsmanlike conduct flag that'll take place on the kickoff. Can't do that either. But let the kids have fun. Oh, yeah. 8:31 to play, and following the extra point attempt, they got to get the snap down twice tonight on the extra point attempt. The snap's been bad. And if he makes this, the clock will run. Touchdown to be assessed on the kickoff. 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties it looked like he called. I don't know. We'll figure it out on the kickoff.
Clock will run like that Coco High School state track team.
Yep. 34-0. 77. About a 73. Check that. 73-yard touchdown pass from Blake Boda to Cedric Hawkins. And that, my goodness gracious, is indeed, hand me that, will do it. And the Coco Tigers will win another regional championship. Nikita Smith says Coco be playing Bishop Verreau. I think they're going to be playing University of Florida High School is what we're under the impression of. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the way that's going to go. Because if you look at the FHSAA bracket, it's got the top part of the bracket going against each other, and then the bottom part of the bracket. So it's yeah, that's the way it is. 8:31 to go, and if Mal sticks this extra point like he's done all others, the Tigers will run the clock. Unbelievable throw. Perfect catch. I just said they got to finish this. Stop making the mistakes and finish this. And that's exactly what that play was. That is how you finish. What is he doing? I think it's going to be, this is always assessed on the kickoff. And congratulations to South Sumter on an outstanding season. This is the third best season in program history up to this point. Only 2 other times they had won 12 games coming into this point. And Mal Saito looking to make the clock run for the Cocoa Tigers. The snap, the hold, the kick. And with 8:31 to play, the clock won't stop now. And the Tigers lead it 35-0. Why is it not moving now? Hey, tell Ryan to tell the official to start the clock. Here you go. So they will back up. To the 25. No, I thought there were, no. So Mal Saito will kick off from the 25. As the fans begin to empty. This has been a great place to watch a football game. I've been utterly impressed with the hospitality here tonight. I want to thank Athletic Director Kevin Heilman here at South Sumter High School, Inman at Sherman Field. What a kick. What a kick. Mal stands back there. And now the clock's running. So 8:11 to go, and I think now you play for pride if you're South Sumter. Caleb calls it a pride score. You try to go down and get one of those. And if you're Cocoa, I think you got to kind of let. Well, if you're the dark side defense, you don't want to give up that donut.
Hey, and listen, we also know the defensive coordinator,
Matt Diesel. Don't want to give up that donut. And so you're going to see the one stay in. You may see the twos on the offense. Finkley throws. That ball is nearly intercepted. What a play. Athletic play there by Joshua Brown. So Cocoa will move on to play Florida State University, who had a substantial lead over Sewanee. Now, last year they reseeded the Final Four. That's not happening this year, doesn't look like. 7:17 to go, clock moving. And this is a jet sweep. Cocoa read it beautifully, but it's also, no, it's not. He fooled me. I said Cocoa read it beautifully, and I misread it. 3rd down and 5. Cocoa still read it beautifully. I didn't. $35-0 Cocoa on top. 6:40 to play, clock running. Coming up after the game, we'll have post-game interviews live, either from down by the locker room or on the field. This ball is just thrown up and out of bounds, and it'll be 4th down and 5 for South Sumter. And South Sumter has not advanced the football beyond Cocoa's 30-yard line tonight. But they've got down to the 30 once, and outside of that, that's it. That's it. An impressive performance from the dark side defense. No. I'm just going to use straight camera mic. Yeah. Make it quick, as simple as possible. 5:57 to play and running. Not going to stop. Finkley throws. Nice pitch and catch. That's going to be a 1st down. That's a heck of a stiff arm by Boone, the fullback. And Samadre Hawkins hits him hard from the back. That's a great stiff arm, and it gives the Raider fans something to cheer about. That's about it. He is a player. That young man, Boone, Malachi Boone, that young man is an outstanding player. So we will stop the clock for the water break here. 5:29 to go. Cocoa 35, South Sumter nothing. Let's go. All right, so what I'm reading is Coco's going to be a 2 seed. I guess they reseed then. I don't know. Throws, Finkley, and out of bounds. Coverage on the play. Great coverage on the play there. Look, if it is Bishop Moreau, they don't have NFHS, I don't believe. Jameer Smith. Did we do a soccer game down there? Second down. I think Tiger Woods kids go to school there, if I'm thinking of the same school. 2nd and 10. Finkley drops back to throw. Lets this one fly into double coverage, and we got flags over here on the near sideline. I don't know what this is all about. And we got a flag here at the 22, a flag at the 32. So at each level of the secondary, we got flags. We're going to call pass interference on Coco. It's 15 yards. And the Raiders will pick up their 5th or 6th first down of the night. 1st and 10 at the coach. This is the deepest penetration of the night for South Sumter, 35-0. Once the clock runs, it doesn't stop running. Finkley drops back to throw, lets it go wide open and overshoots him. Had him, but overshot his receiver. 2nd and 10. 35-0 Coco here. Well, I hope you're all correct. I do, because 2 trips to the Panhandle in 2 weeks is a lot. 2nd and 10. In trouble. He lets it fly and under pressure gets rid of it. And it's going to be 4th or 3rd and 10. Check that, 3rd and 10. Foreman, the intended receiver, 2:54 to play. And this will be the final drive of the night for South Sumter. And coming up after the game will be post-game interviews. If we can get them. They may head to the locker room and head home. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we will go live from the field tonight following the game. 3rd and 10 for South Sumter. 3-back set of your formation, turns, play action again. This time he throws, caught, out of bounds at the 3. Nice throw, nice catch. He threw that over top of double coverage, and the ball was hauled in and caught by Jordan Everett, 6'4" senior wide receiver, with an outstanding catch. And it's 1st and goal to go for South Sumter. 2 minutes to play, clock running. Coco trying to pitch that shutout. It's 35-0. Straight up the gut, Dorsey, stopped shy. Oh, they're going to give him the touchdown. His knee was down, but they're going to give it to him. All right, 1st down, or for touchdowns, I should say, for South Sumter. And the Raiders get in the end zone with 1:40 to play. And it's 35-6 pending the extra point. $90 seconds to go in this one, and we're going to wrap it up as well as soon as the clock strikes 0. Want to thank Caleb. Want to thank Kevin Heilman, the athletic director, Ty Lawrence, the head coach for South Sumter, as well as athletic director for the Cocoa Tigers, Mark Karstens, and Coach Ryan Schneider. I want to thank Dean Stewart Photography. Once again, make sure to support all of those that support youth and prep sports in Brevard County. Also want to thank Zone 6 and Black Rock Engineering. Under a minute to go, and this will be likely the final play of the game here. Snap, hold, kick. Good. Your final score will be Cocoa 35 and South Sumter 7. They'll come on to kick off, but that'll be about it. Thanks to all of you out there. Yeah, Coco's just walking off the field here, so. By the time they place the ball, Coco's not even sending the team out. 10 seconds. Now the Tigers take the field. 9. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. And that'll do it. Your final score. The Cocoa Tigers win another regional championship. They defeat the South Sumter Raiders, ending an undefeated season. Congratulations to South Sumter on an outstanding year. They'll finish 12-1. The Cocoa Tigers, however, move to 9-3, and they move on for the 17th consecutive year of Final Four or greater. For Caleb Brown, I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski. One more time, the Cocoa Tigers 35, the South Sumter Raiders 6. We'll see you in a few minutes with postgame.